Samantha, Renew Health Chiropractic.
And I'm Lydia McRoberts, a dietitian.
And today we wanted to talk to you about caffeine. It's everywhere.
It is.
Yes.
Lots of energy and caffeine and everything else.
It's that energy that a lot of people really rely on to get started in the morning. But there are good levels and there are not so good levels, and we're here to talk about the not so good part of the caffeine. Lydia, do you want to start us off with what the CDC has to say?
Yes, I pulled this up, CDC. So this article is the buzz on energy drinks. So one of the first bullet points that it has is this is a typical beverage that contains large amounts of caffeine, added sugar, other additives, legal stimulants, and these legal stimulants can increase alertness, attention, energy, as well as increase blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing. So, and then also has severe harmful effects on the nervous system. So I just want to, obviously in some levels it's fine for you, but this article specifically went into adolescents because they are not regulated within the adolescent population. They even referenced on this page that they're in schools, they're in vending machines. So these kids are sometimes drinking one in the morning, one in the afternoon. They get out of school, they go get a soda pop that has caffeine in it. So they're being constantly drinking caffeine, which is just further exacerbating all these problems that our kids might have from an attention standpoint or a behavior standpoint. So, and then also just to kind of give you a little bit of the energy the milligrams of caffeine. So in a typical cup of coffee, it's like kind of ranges, but around the 300 milligrams. For a cup of coffee, and then in soda it's can range anywhere from 30 milligrams to 69 milligrams, and then energy drinks, they are also variable on how much they have, but upwards of over 300 milligrams of caffeine. So think about drinking even 1, 2, 3, 4 of those different kinds of caffeine.
That's what I wanted to mention is I think it's super recommended because it ensures caffeine levels like so, and that is not for an adolescent or a younger person who is taking these. So making sure that you know the amount. This can impact your heart, and when it impacts your heart, that is the second leading killer is heart disease or heart conditions here in America. So if we're avoiding our heart early on in our life, it can really start to negatively impact our bodies down the road when we're a little bit older.
And not to mention, these energy drinks have, in the last 5-10 years maybe, have come to every single gas station, every single store, convenient, everywhere, and then also entered greatly into our adolescent population. So we have no idea the long-term impacts of some of these ongoing consumption of drinks. So,
and not only that, but there are other ingredients used in the drinks that are not the best, and we'll talk a little bit more of those in a later video. One that I wanted to talk about is called bromelated vegetable oil, and it's called BVO. You might see it on some labels. It's used in a lot of citrusy fruity drinks, and what it does is it just keeps everything together, so it prevents that separation. So some drinks you have to shake them to reconstitute everything and get everything mixed well together, and this is what prevents that. But that can also impact the nervous system poorly. It can make people more irritable. It can also, because it's impacting the nervous system, cause headaches instead of reduce the headaches like some caffeine can. So it's not that all caffeine is bad. It is how much are you drinking in a day, and how young are you getting acclimated to these high levels?
Yeah.
The other part of this is when you go straight decaffeinated, that's not very good. Most of the decaffeination process, actually they use a solvent called methylene chloride. That's the most popular one that's used. And what they do is they roast the coffee to let the pores open up. They wash the coffee with that solvent. So you have this chemical that's getting into the pores of the coffee or into the tea to bind that caffeine and take it away. So that's the decaffeination process. So it is a highly treated, highly chemical rinsed process that you're going to want to try to avoid. So there are other ways to get your energy. Caffeine, sure, a cup of coffee is okay, but when it's a pot of coffee plus some energy drinks plus some soda and all the rest of the ingredients that are in these products that we really have to be mindful of.
And I just want to say, if you are relying heavily on these caffeinated beverages for energy, there's probably something else going on inside that probably needs addressed from an overall systemic level. So just kind of keep that in mind if you are super dependent on those energy.
Yeah. Have you heard of adrenal fatigue? You probably have it if you need caffeine to get yourself through a day. And I mean, chiropractic, we always check there's a junction in that mid-low back that goes to the adrenal glands, that goes to support that area that is usually out in most people. And I'm sure you see some changes with digestion and just the full body.
Yes, digestion into, everything is impacted by that. So
we would love to talk to you about it.
We're passionate.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.